everybody, welcome back to Sew Me Sunshine HQ. We've got the lovely Jenny filming today and she's picked out some amazing fabrics for me to show you on today's video. Our video today is going to be with these new Deadstock fabrics that I'm going to show you. They have been sourced from Italy and they're all ex-designer fabrics. Some of them we know the brands that they've come from, but for legal reasons we can't say, but sometimes you might be able to find out with a little bit of googling. We've got a nice range of different substrates as well, so hopefully there'll be a fabric for you out there, especially if you've got a favourite type of fabric. You might hear the lovely Celia packing in the background because she's packing all your orders, and thank you once again for all your orders. It makes us so happy here at Sew Me Sunshine whenever we get an order, and even more happy when we see your fabric being made up into a gorgeous garment. So first up is this beautiful viscose. It's a viscose lawn, so it's really soft to touch. It handles almost like a lawn, and it's got an amazing drape and movement. It's lovely and lightweight, so it'll be perfect for when it's hot outside like it is in London today. I really love this one because it's got a classic black background and then it's covered in this really brightly colourful floral design. We think that they're orchids and they almost look like they've been painted onto the fabric because of the different colours used throughout it. So it's really pretty. It's not a huge scale, but again it's not a small scale floral design, so something to bear in mind. And I don't think you'd have to worry about the direction of the print, which is a bonus. So we thought this would make an amazing summer dress, and we've just restocked the patterns from Experimental Space. So this is the Rosalie dress, which is a really lovely summer dress, and we've just got some of the new patterns that arrived are in her extended size range, which is really good. So that's on the website. If you need the extended size range, you can get it in the paper pattern. And yeah, this fabric and that pattern together would look lovely. So I actually remember this fabric being shown to me before I agreed to buy it for Sew Me Sunshine. I just absolutely fell in love with this very kind of random, almost like polka dot design, and I just love the colours, especially against the crisp white background. So this is a cotton lawn. It's got a nice sort of crisp handle to it, but it's nice and lightweight still. It still has a bit of drape and movement, but obviously not as much as what you would get with the viscose. It is obviously a little bit sheer because of the white background, so it's something to bear in mind. I personally, for a top, I would leave it as it is, but you could wear like a vest top underneath, or you could obviously, if you wanted to make a full dress, line it and just use a plain white cotton lawn underneath. And because it's cotton lawn and nice and lightweight, it's really breathable as well, which is perfect for when it's hot, and it's very hot in London. We're just not equipped for it in the UK over here. So the Jenny and Celia picked out the Calais shirt from Closet Core Patterns, and they thought what would be really fun is to go for like the tunic length version, and you could wear it obviously long, and especially like in the autumn winter months you could like pair it with some tights and boots, and then maybe in the summer months like now you could like tie it up into like a little, and have a little crop t-shirt underneath, and it would look really fun, and you could pair it then with some little shorts or trousers if you wanted to. So yeah, I think this is really lovely. It has got a slight pattern to where the dots have been printed onto the fabric, but again, because of the type of print it is, you wouldn't have to follow a pattern direction or anything like that. So again, I remember when this was I saw this for the first time before agreeing to stock it, and I just fell in love with it. I'm a massive fan of wildlife and animals, and it just reminded me of like London Zoo here in the UK, or just visiting other places across the world. So this is a cotton, it's 100% cotton, so it's a really high quality cotton. It is slightly heavier than a lawn. It's more like a cotton poplin type weight to it. It's got quite a nice, it's got a lovely silky, actually smooth touch, which is nice, and it's got a nice crisp handle as well. So this is obviously a very amazing print, as you can tell. It looks like it's been, again, looks like it's almost been painted onto the fabric. And we've got some lovely animals, we've got pictures of the world, we've got someone painting, and then you've got a car and a beach, and then you've got different maps as well, which is really fun, and some bridges. There's just so many different things to look at. So every time I look at it, I see something different. So it's really, really fun. And I love the colours as well. Now it does have a light coloured background, but it is only very slightly sheer. So again, I personally wouldn't line it. Yeah, I just think this is really pretty. I think it would make really good outfit for a child actually, but I still think as an adult it would look amazing, and I totally would make a dress with it. So obviously bear in mind that the print does have a direction to it, so it's something to think about, but it is a nice wide fabric. So the pattern we pulled out was the Megan Nielsen Darling Ranges dress, which is one of my favourites. We actually thought it'd be better in this version, just because it would show off the print a bit more without having the gathered waist, but it would still look good with the gathered waist, I think. So it just depends on your preference really. But yeah, these two together would work very well, and it'd be lovely for like now in the summer, but again, wear some tights, and you'd be able to wear it in the autumn winter months as well. So this one I actually completely forgot about, so I've been really admiring it since we rolled it out for the video. This is actually a viscose twill, but it's not a heavy viscose twill. Still got a lovely movement and drape to it. And because it's got a twill, although it's got obviously this lovely off-white background, it's completely opaque, so you wouldn't have to line it. I'm a big fan of a viscose twill because it works for all seasons, because you can layer it really nicely with tights, but also it is less prone to creasing than a viscose lawn or a viscose challis. Now, if you can see, it's actually covered in these gorgeous parrot design in this kind of really nice warm brown colour, and then some of the parrots have like a leopard print design on it, which is really unusual and really fun. I think it's brilliant. It's not a huge scale print either. There's my hand to get a bit of an idea. And yeah, you kind of look at it twice before seeing what is actually on the fabric, so it's really, really fun. Yeah, I definitely really like this one. And it was Jenny, picked out the Deer and Doe, okay, I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrongly, the Orchidee dress, or you could make the blouse version. This is amazing pattern. It's one of their new patterns, and we've just managed to restock it. So yeah, we think it would look really fun in this fabric, and like I said, it's really versatile across seasons. So this is a cotton voile, so it's a really beautiful lightweight cotton fabric. It's just so pretty to look at. It's probably, yeah, so it's probably under 100 GSM in weight, so it is very, very lightweight. And with that, obviously, it is sheer, so bear that in mind. So you might want to line it or wear a slip under anything that you make. So it might look like on camera that it's got a black background, but it's a very, very dark navy. And then it's covered in this tropical leaf floral design that really pops against the dark background. Because it's nice and lightweight, it drapes really lovely, and yeah, it's got a really nice movement to it. And obviously it's going to be lovely for the summer months because it's so lightweight and therefore really breathable, especially with the cotton content. So we thought it would work really well for the Friday pattern company Wilder gown. So we've seen quite a lot of versions on social media with people using sheer fabrics with the dress version, but if you wanted, you could also make the blouse version, which would equally look really good in this fabric. What's great as well is that the print doesn't really have a direction to it, so you wouldn't have to worry about the direction when cutting out, which is perfect for something like the Wilder gown, and it's nice and wide too. So this is a really special fabric. So it's actually a cotton silk blend. I'm not sure exactly the composition, but it's definitely got some silk in it, and it's cotton as well. So it's got a very pale mint coloured background, and then you might not be able to see properly on camera, but it's got this gorgeous jacquard design in the background. And then, even more special, it's got these separate sections of stripes that are actually being pleated into the fabric, which again is very special, and it's not something you would normally see with fabrics that you would get. This has obviously covered in this beautiful plant design. It does have a direction to it with the print and also with the pleating as well, so it's something to bear in mind. But it is actually quite a nice wide fabric, so that's a bonus. So it's got a really nice, it's hard for me to show you, but it has got a nice drape and movement to it. It almost drapes like what you'd expect with a viscose. And although it's got quite a pale background, you wouldn't need to line it, especially because of the pleated sections. Obviously it's like double the fabric. And we are in love with this one in the office, and we think it would make an incredible dress. And the dress we've pulled out is the Rita shirt dress by Named Patterns. We just think it would look really beautiful in the shirt dress, and it would just really show off the fabric to its full potential, because that is what's really important, because this fabric is so special. So this is the next fabric we're going to show you. This is a beautiful viscose. It's a viscose lawn, but it almost feels like a silk. It's got a very silky texture on the right side. The drape on this is absolutely stunning. It's really beautiful, very high quality viscose. So the background colour, if you can see, is an off-white, almost like a very light cream colour, and then it's covered in this really amazing geometric design in these really fun colours. And then I particularly like the kind of denim colour, because they've done a pattern within that stripe as well. It's almost like a herringbone pattern, and this design's been printed onto the fabric. It's obviously quite a large geometric design, so it's something to bear in mind, but again, the fabric's lovely and wide. Because of the light coloured background and the fact that the fabric is lovely and lightweight, it is very slightly sheer. Again, it would be very personal preference to decide whether you want to line it or whether you would wear a slip under something that you would want to make. But what's lovely about it, because it's nice and lightweight, it would be very good for when it's warm, which is always my priority at the moment, to stay nice and cool. So we thought it'd be amazing as a summer dress, and the dress that kind of spoke to us with this fabric was the Elodie dress by Closet Core Patterns. I've seen so many nice versions of this, and it would work really beautifully with this fabric. So this is a jersey fabric. We don't get a lot of ex-designer jersey fabrics, but this one I couldn't resist because of the print and the colour of the background. So it's beautiful kind of rose blush pink colour, which I really like. I think it's a really pretty colour. And then it's covered in these images of whales, and again they look like they've been painted and drawn onto the fabric, so there's so many special details and colouring within the print. It is directional, so that's something to bear in mind, and the whales run across the fabric. This is a cotton jersey. It isn't overly heavy, but I would call it like a medium weight jersey. It has just a stretch this way. All the stretch percentages and stuff will be on the website on the listing, and it doesn't stretch this way, so it's something to bear in mind when you're planning out what you're going to make. So something like a tight fitted t-shirt or a bodysuit type thing wouldn't work with this fabric, but something that requires a knit fabric that is loose fitting and billowy would work really well. So something that comes to mind is the Closet Core Patterns Ebony, but you could also make the Friday Pattern Company Adrienne blouse, because it's got obviously the loose fitted sleeves, and you can make the bodice bit a little bit more loose fitting, and that would look lovely with a pair of jeans. It would also make really nice children's wear as well, but again it would have to be something a bit loose fitting. So yeah, I just think this is really nice. It's very high quality cotton jersey, and I just love the wells on it. So this is another viscose for you. This is a Visco Satin. So it's got a handle and a feel to what you'd expect with a silk. So it's really beautiful. And it's got a lovely sagey green coloured background on it. It's got a really lovely drape. It's not a lightweight viscose, it's more of a medium weight, so it's really versatile across seasons. And then it's covered in these beautiful tigers. The detail on these tigers is incredible. It's not a huge scale print, but again, it's not a small scale print. And then to bear in mind, obviously, with the direction of the print. So that's something to think about when purchasing the fabric. It's a really high quality viscose, and honestly, the detail on this print is just stunning. So you wouldn't need to line it. It's an opaque fabric, and like I said, it would transition really well across seasons, which I think is really important. We thought it would make an amazing dress, so you could obviously wear tights when it's a bit colder with your dress, or go bare-legged in the summer. And one of our favourite dresses at the moment in the studio is the new Cashmere Rose Claire dress. So it comes in 2 size bands. This is the bigger size band, and we've got both size bands in stock. But just, can you imagine this fabric made up into the full length version? It would be really, really gorgeous. This is the last fabric we're going to show you. This is a cotton fabric. So it's a little bit heavier than what you'd expect with a cotton lawn. It's similar to a cotton poplin. So it's got a nice crisp handle to it, but it's still lightweight enough to wear for the summer, especially as it's 100% cotton. And also as well, it's completely opaque, so you wouldn't have to worry about lining it or wearing a slip. The pattern on this fabric is directional, so that's something to bear in mind, but the cotton fabric is really wide, so that's a bonus. So this is a really fun fabric. I was drawn to it originally because I really liked the colours in the background, so I just think the orange and the purple lilac really complement one another, and with the sky blue as well. And then if you can see, the print is just really unusual, so it's like covered in like house plants and telephones and record players and different chairs and loads of different things to look at, so it's really, really fun. But I think your eye draws to the colour before you actually see the print, which I think is really amazing. It's something that you definitely see on the high street at the moment. I can think of a few high street shops that would definitely use this fabric. So we thought it would work really well again as a dress, but you could also make a shirt. That would look really good. So something like the Closet Core Calais would also work very well in this fabric. But the pattern we pulled out today to pair it with is the very popular Tilly and the Buttons Lyra shirt dress. So it would look lovely because obviously it's got this nice like shirted fitted bodice, and then the skirt would work really well, especially with all the different colours when it's gathered. It would look really, really pretty. So yeah, that's what we thought would work really well, and I hope you love it as much as I do. I hope you guys have really enjoyed watching, and I hope you guys really love the new Deadstock fabrics that we're going to put online this week. We've got lots of favourites here in the studio, so it's going to be very sad to part with them, but we can't wait to see what you make with them. Let us know below which one's your favourite and what you're going to make with it, and I can't wait to see what you come up with, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Bye!